Hello and welcome to PCSB and Beyond, where we talk with Providence College students whose studies take place both inside and outside of the Ryan Center for Business Studies and discuss how this has impacted them both inside and outside the classroom. We're here today with current student Hannah Flynn. Thanks for joining us today, Hannah. To kick things off, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I am a senior from West Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I'm a political science major with a double minor in sociology and business and innovation on an entrepreneurship and organization track.
Awesome. So how did this combination of majors and minors come about? What made you decide to pursue that really unique mixture there?
Yeah, so I came in undeclared. I really didn't know what I wanted to study. The school put me into an undeclared advising course, which was extremely helpful in kind of gauging where I wanted to be, what my potential interests were, what I wanted the future to look like for me. It was through that with a bunch of other undeclared students and my undeclared advisor that I came to realize that I had a real passion for politics and I really wanted to pursue that. But I also realized the importance of business, and knowing that I wanted to be a lawyer, I thought it was important to have somewhat of a business background. But I wasn't sure I was ready to fully commit to a business major along with the political science major. My course actually had us all go to the major minor fair together. When I was there, I was talking to Dr. Felice Moran, who actually ended up being one of the track sponsors for the business and innovation program. And she basically explained it to me as a minor for non-business majors that allowed me to get that interdisciplinary study and kind of combine my love for politics and eventually picking up a sociology minor with a business background that was more pertinent to what I was studying. So within the business and innovation minor, there was a bunch of different tracks you could choose from. I chose the entrepreneurship and organization one because I felt like that kind of used more sociology and politics and stuff that I am passionate about and have been learning about to kind of look at business from that direction. So whether it be looking at why consumers shop the way they do, how to market products a certain way, or the sociological background stuff that kind of pertains to that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know you just kind of touched on this a bit, but would you like to elaborate any more about why you particularly like this combination that you're studying?
Yeah, I like it because it allows me to pursue like my passion in political science while also getting that basic background. Um, there's been lots of different opportunities through the minor that I've been able to take advantage of that I might not have really known about as if I was just a political science major, such as getting Excel certified. I'm taking courses within the business school that are actually counting for my minor. I've had amazing professors who are really just important people and have done really amazing things in the business world. And a lot of the emphasis in those classes have been that you don't have to be like a business person, you don't have to be analytical, you don't have to be good with math, stuff like that. There's lots of different attributes that make someone into a good businesswoman, businessman, stuff like that. And you don't have to follow like a typical route to get there.
Yeah, definitely. So, what has studying both inside and outside of the business school taught you? Have you found that your business classes help you with your non business classes and vice versa?
Yeah, it's definitely given me more of a perspective to kind of, in political science, we're learning about government and the rules that kind of make up the business world and how those are regulated. And in the business classes, we're actually seeing how those regulations can affect business, how they can lead to some people getting more advantages, some having less advantages, stuff like that. I guess it's made me better understand not only like our relationship of the government with businesses, but also even like on a global scale, looking at different countries and their relationships, how sometimes businesses are more ingrained in government, whereas other places it might be very separate. So it kind of aids in that study. Along with my sociology, it also aids in understanding kind of just how people are accustomed to buying certain things or um, subscribing to certain things because of where they grew up, their influences that they had, and stuff like that.
Definitely. So, how would you say that this combination of majors and minors has helped you outside the classroom? Has your program of study led you to any unique experiences or to consider a particular career?
Yeah, so I think that it's definitely made me more sure that I want to be a lawyer because I'm able to combine the love of politics again with more of a business background, and potentially either having my own firm one day or going into business law and having that background. Uh, Last spring, I ended up working for the South African government, um, where I was doing conflict related research directly stemming from COVID. And we were like working with different businesses and different companies to try and figure out how to still, I guess, resolve conflict, how to make the workplace less divisive, especially during COVID. And we were seeing that kind of play out on a mass scale. So even though I was here on campus and wasn't able to go abroad, I was still using that background knowledge to contribute to one of the largest non-governmental agencies in the country, in the world, sorry.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
seeing that kind of play out on a global scale. And I also interned with U.S. Congressman David Cicilline, and this happened right during the height of COVID, and we were seeing that there was a lot of changes that had to be made to support businesses and to really help them out in these times of struggle. So I think that it kind of allowed me to better understand the laws that we were making, how they would directly affect business owners, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. So, how do you see this helping you in the future with maybe some more internships down the line or even your future career?
Yeah, I definitely think that it has made me more confident in maybe like my bargaining skills, my and standing up for myself, just kind of being familiar with those business practices that I might not have learned otherwise. I think also it will help me a lot when navigating law school, just kind of understanding how laws play into everyday life and how they apply to businesses, how they apply to basically how our society functions in so many different ways. I don't think that you can have business without government, and I don't think you can have government without business. So I think they go hand in that. And I see that being the case, especially in my future career, if I do decide to go into business law, stuff like that. And yeah.
Awesome. So, one final question for you today. Kind of thinking holistically, what do you think are the benefits of combining business and non business studies?
I think that it's allowed me to tailor my studies exactly to what I'm looking for and what I'm trying to get out of my education. Instead of studying them separately, I'm able to kind of tailor what I'm learning in politics and the type of business that I want to study. I think they're both very vast fields with lots of different avenues to go down. So by having certain directions that I know I want to study and knowing that I want to look at politics in terms of business has allowed me to kind of find that passion for law and find that passion for kind of understanding the market and stuff like that. It's given me a lot of opportunities to meet people I probably would have never had class with before, especially sitting with people that might be biology majors or history majors, all kind of using our common backgrounds and our different backgrounds to come together and utilize that business thinking. And I just think it's given me a better sense of the world around me. It's really helped me to understand how the laws that we as a country are establishing are directly affecting businesses, people's livelihood, their success, and just seeing how that kind of trickles down on a smaller scale around us every day.
Yeah, that's a great point. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.